Of hardships and tears, we've looked up above for help and for love. When crossing the sea or for family, we all stood strong and called out in
What we can be, Chavra, Bezrat Hashem, Zos Chanukah, Lekavit Zos Chanukah, B'Shem Kol Yisrael. Okay, Bezrat Hashem. Wow. Okay. Tefillah B'Shem Kol Yisrael for Pesach or Uvid Ben Yosef Baruch Bas Yehudi, Yonah Bas Basia, Shir Bas Basia, Tova Bas Perel, every Neshama in Klal Yisrael, in Eloi Nishmat, Yehudi Bracha Bas Nechemia, Mir Neshama Habedolia. Grant us holy wisdom and intelligence, and let us always see all the things in the light of the holy wisdom they contain. And so attach ourselves to you through everything in the world. Let us understand the constant messages and signals you send us to come closer to you. Bezrat Hashem. Ami, great to see you. Perfect timing. And happy Zos Chanukah, Achi. Happy Zos Chanukah. Thank you for sending me the Rav Aaron of Karlin stuff. Beautiful, beautiful. And Ami, the covet because of you, honestly. 70 days until Purim. 70 days. We're going to start in Siman Kuf Mem Aleph, right? 141, Siman 141, talking about the laws of reading the Megillah. We're going to be talking about Purim, the whole thing. So let's just give a brief introduction. There we go. You're ready. Your mama's ready, dude. You're ready. There we go.
You see what that says?
Purim is...
It says Purim is forever. Forever.
Forever.
So based on halacha that says when the Mashiach comes, says the holidays will be discontinued. That's continued, but I think it says Purim will stand. I think Hanukkah. I forget which ones it is, but there's ones that will continue still.
In the times of Mashiach.
Yes, because saying Purim's forever, meaning that when Mashiach comes, Purim will still have Purim around.
Wow, that's beautiful. We gotta find
out. Sorry to cut you off.
I'm gonna ask are you in the chat? What's the source?
No.
Oh, you have to get in the chat, okay. It's basically a source of all these Gaonim who you ask any question you want and they give you the source. So I'm gonna ask, where does that come from? Bli Neder. So let's just give a introduction to the Hilchos Megillah. So in ancient Persia, during the reign of King Achashverosh, his minister in the evil Haman plotted to annihilate the Jewish people and succeeded in winning the approval of King Achashverosh to his plan. The festival of Purim, which is held on the 14th of Adar, celebrates the fall of Haman and the miraculous deliverance of the Jewish people from their enemies in the battles that were waged at that time. This Siman discusses the laws pertaining to the month of Adar, the laws of Tanis Esther, and the laws of the reading of the Megillah, in which the events of Purim are related. The rest of the laws of Purim are addressed in the Siman that follows. However, this is the biggest halacha we just learned in Masechet Tani 29a, I believe, where this comes from. When the month of Adar begins, we increase joy. Mishe nichnas Adar marbin besimcha. A Jew has a legal dispute with an idolater, should schedule his judgment with him for this month. It says in the footnote, since this is a period of salvation for Jewish people, is more likely that he will receive a positive outcome if it is held during this time. See Tosfot, Titani 29b, Amar Papa, if you want to know the source. Wow, great to see you, Dad. Great to see you.
You too. What's up, Ami?
Wow, Mom, wow. Everyone's on. Right, so Mishin Nichnas Adar Marbim Besimcha. Okay, so Gival, we're already talking about Purim because of Ami. Amazing. Okay, here we go. Chapter 2, Mishna 1, Pirkei Avot, Zot Chanukah. This is the biggest Mishnah ever. It's action-packed. There's a lot to go into. Don't know if we're going to go into everything into detail, but let's just go weiter. So Rebbe says, which is the right path that a person should choose for himself? Whichever earns him self-esteem and the esteem of others. This is beautiful. I was mamash having a spiritual malady before. Reb Charles calls me, want to learn a little bit of Chovat, the chapter of laziness. And we learned from the Pietz Rebbe that the amount of effort that one expends is proportionate to the amount that he receives. So earning himself esteem. So which is the right path that a person should choose for himself? Effort. Weiter, responsibility. And we see the esteem of others. All right, and this enables the esteem of others. Says in Daf Yomi, in Samech Bet Amud Aleph, Rav Eli pointed this out. It says in the middle of the Amud, Lamad me'ahava v'sof hakavod lavo. If someone learns with Ava, if someone learns L'shem Shamayim, if someone puts in that effort, everything else will come in the end, either in this world or the next world. But we shouldn't worry about it. Just everything L'shem Shamayim, everything, the effort is the schar itself, right? We learn from the Berditchever, right? The mitzvah is the schar itself, not the schar from the mitzvah. That's the lowest tanug, I believe it says in that parsha, by Eira maybe. But the highest tanug is the mitzvah itself, performing the mitzvah itself. Anyways, we'll see. Honestly, it goes with the rest. So anyways, take care to observe a minor commandment. So I guess this goes with the Berditchever, as you would a major one. For you do not know the reward given for the mitzvah. This is amazing. The little details, the little mitzvos are the biggest. Weigh the loss of a mitzvah against its reward and the reward of transgression against the loss it entails. Says Reb Nassan of Breslov. Some people are so anxious to perform a certain mitzvah in a grand manner that they end up doing nothing at all. It's unbelievable. It's something that I gotta fix. And I have this obsession, I guess, with like trying to be exact, like allocating a certain amount of time for something. And if I don't end up having that certain amount of time for that specific thing, where I'm like, okay, now I have like 10 minutes instead of that hour that I put aside for it, I end up doing nothing at all. That's exactly what Rav Nassan is saying here. Some people are so anxious to perform a certain mitzvah, a little different, but the same, in a grand manner, like they want to do it with the hour, but they end up doing nothing at all because they don't value 10 minutes. So I'm slapping on myself. It's Monday Night Musser. It's Monday Night Musser. Unbelievable. Okay. The Mishnah continues, and Chaver, this is a big one. So there's a lot going on to this point. Earning self-esteem, the esteem of others, right? And which path one should take. Take care to observe a minor commandment as you would a major one, right? The little crumbs are just as important as the big pieces in the pie. We should weigh the loss of a mitzvah against its reward, and the reward of a transgression against the loss of its details entails. So now we have to consider three things. Three things, and you will not come to sin. That's a powerful lashon from the Mishnah. Consider three things, and you will not come to sin. Know what is above you, an eye that sees, an ear that hears, and a book in which all of your deeds are recorded. Wow. Mamish, wow. So we're going to look in an eye that sees. We're going to focus on that for a second, and then we'll open it up. Rav Nassan says, and thank you to the Breslov Research Institute for the Breslov Pirkei Avot, beautiful book. Our sages caution us not to be deceived by the illusory nature of this world, but to remember at all times that there is an eye that sees, quoting the Zohar. When we do so, our eyes become a vehicle for the eye above. Therefore, we are advised, let your eyes gaze ahead. Look ahead. Look into those lights. Look ahead. And let the pupils of your eyes direct your path. This is said in Proverbs. That is, we must constantly direct our eyes to gaze straight ahead toward the ultimate goal. That's what it means, an eye that sees. An explanation for that. Always seeing the ultimate goal. Kitchachir, renewal. Hayom. All we have is right now. And mamash, we should root that right now for into something that's eternal. Understand that every second is eternal. In B'ezrat Hashem, we should constantly renew ourselves. We should know what is above us at all times. And we should have an ear that hears. We should know that at the end of the day, there's going to be a whole film session with our lives. So we ought to make the right decisions, try our best. And, Rabbi Nachman says in this beautiful book, Hasidic Wisdom, just quoting a quote from Rabbi Nachman, God calls upon all people according to their nature. God calls some with a whisper, and God calls some with a shout. It all depends on how far they are from their Creator. Chevra. B'ezrat Hashem. B'ezrat Hashem. We should just fire it up. Questions, comments, please feel free. Sorry, that was a lot. We just got back into it. There's a lot. There's I don't even know where to.
The seeing eye you mentioned, I think about Purim so much because it connects to Purim. Seeing eyes, looking, hearing. It's all about us. Hearing Hashem when it says Hamelach in the Megillah. Hearing Hashem. It connects to Purim because Purim and Hanukkah they go together. The Chagim of Amunah and Bitachon.
Ami, making me cry, Afi. Wow, what a special yid! What a special yid! What a special yid! Wow. Hey, Rosh Ami.
No. It's not Perush Ami. It's Perush Nisim Yisrael.
Ami, you got Ami Yisrael in your name. Perush Ami.
But Ami's not my full name.
Well, we could just not think about it. But we have Am, and then we have the Yud, Yisrael. Am Yisrael.
Yeah.
Am Yisrael.
Yeah.
Wow. Unbelievable. Chavra. We'll just end on that. We only have to
Yep.
end on that. Perm, seeing perm in the first Mishnah of chapter 2. Thank you, Ami. Fire it up. Perm is your time. And B'ezrat Hashem should continue to reveal to us every single day. Let's fire it up. Questions, not questions, happiness, health, and success, and always questions. The health, happiness, and success. Fire it up. Good night, brother.